Welcome back to the channel, guys. Farm Sim Snowy here. So another day and more mods. I think there's 10 in total today, or 10 for console anyway, because obviously I'm on PS5, so I can't show any PC mods. So let's crack on. The first ones, we've got 5 here, well 6, but that's a pack. I'll show you those. These 5 are all by the same person, and I think I've been saying their name wrong. It is, well, I hope this is right, MefiuFs. So they've been putting out quite a few mods recently. So these are all by the same person. We'll start down this end, and like I say, this is a pack. This is the Fliegl DPW Pack. They are bow trailers, obviously, as you can see, and we have the DPW 120, which is here, and then next to it we've got its bigger brother, which is the 180. As you can see, they are different in size, so they are both 2 slots, so there's no difference, and you can find these under tools all the way down to bow loaders, and then scroll to the end. So we've got the DPW 180, 16,000 to buy. Like I said, 2 slots. It says 1 there because obviously I've got 1 out on display. The configurations are exactly the same on both of them, so I'll just show you one. So you can have extension, which is what I went for, or you can have it as standard, which takes the sides away. We can change the main colour to anything on here, like, whoa, that's bright, like so. And we also have the option of license plate, so you can't change any of the wheels or tyres. And then you got the DPW 120, which is only 10,000 to buy. They both hold round and square barrels, because obviously you're going to have to load them themselves because they are not auto load. So that is the first ones. Then we have 3 fertilizer and lime spreaders, so all 3 of these will do both. This little fella is first, and it is quite tiny. I think it's only 1,000 litre capacity, so if you're doing lime, that is not going to go very far. This is the Kverneland Exacta EL pack. I don't know why it says pack, because there's only 1 in there. This is 4 slots if you're on console, and this you can find again under tools, under fertilizer spreaders, and it's the one right at the end there, 15,000 to buy. It does spread out at 42 meters as well, so whether that drops down, I can't imagine the lime is going to go 42 meters. What you normally find is if you do switch to lime, it normally drops down that spread width. So I haven't tested it, so I can't be sure, but we do have a few options. It says extensions, so at the minute we're on 700, that's obviously 700 litres. Put the extension on for another 1500, it takes it to 1000 litres. As you can see, 42 meters working width. There's no adjustments on that, it is what it is, and that runs at 12 miles per hour when it's working. We've got cover, yes or no, and then you can change the main colour to white, or like a silver more, that is, isn't it? Looks white when you're in there, and that is it, or back to red. So that is the Kverneland Exacta EL pack. Next up we have the Breedle F22 4000. This is 2 slots if you're on console, so quite low. It's less slots than that little fella. This again is a fertilizer spreader, so under tools, fertilizer spreaders, back to the end, it's this fella here, 28,000. This will hold 4,000 litres and 42 meters as well. I'm going to test this actually, whether you can adjust them. I haven't tested them, I've just brought them out. But all we can change on this is the main colour, and we can have silver, which is what it's on, red, and that is it, back to silver. So that is the only options we have on there 42 meter working width and runs at 12 miles per hour. And next to it we have the Amazon ZGB 6001. This is 5 slots on console. I should have given you a bit of a walk round on these, I do apologise. So we'll walk around this fella just so you can see it. They are very nicely detailed, I must say. You can see all the numbers. I do like these labels. You can clearly see that says warning, so they don't really blur out as you get closer. And then this is the, like I say, ZGB 6001, which again is very nice. You've got some nice tyre options on here. I went for those chunky boys there. I do like the jockey wheel as well. Very cool. So again, fertiliser spreaders all the way to the end. Here it is, 21,700 to buy, 6,000 litre capacity. It requires 110 horsepower to run. It says 18 metres on there and runs at 9 miles per hour. Again, lime and fertiliser. And we have got a few more options than the other two. So we can change the wheel brand from Trelleborg to Michelin, back to Trelleborg. In Trelleborg we can have standard, wide tyres 2, wide tyres 3, which is what I think I went for, wide tyres 4, no, I went for that one actually, and then back to standard. And then in Michelin we can go standard, wide tyres 2, and back to standard. And that is it for the wheels. Design, this changes the inside, so we can have standard, type 1, which kind of puts the little mesh cage there, type 2, and then back to standard. And then we've got cover, yes or no, like so. And that, I did say that was 5 slots, didn't I? So there you go. What I'm going to do is grab that tractor. I'm just going to hook up to all 3 of them, because I'm pretty sure when I downloaded them, one of them did say that you could change the work width. So I've got the help menu on, so that will soon tell us. Yeah, so we can. On this one we can change the working width. So if I do L1 and R3, we can go from 42 down like that, right down to 15, which is cool. I'm guessing these are going to be the same. Probably should have tested that, shouldn't I? Yeah. So again, from 42, 36, 30, 21, 18 and 15. And then the last one, you cannot change. So there you go, that one is what it is. Why have I just tried to hire a worker? I don't know. It's been a long day, I do apologise. Next up, and the last one from MefiuFs is this, which is the Amazon D840. This is 5 slots on console. Again, nicely detailed. We did have a couple of these like these, the Amazon D9s I think they were, on Sunday. But this is obviously a cedar. So this you can find under tools and under cedars. Right at the end, a D840, 16,000 to buy, 110 horsepower required, 1,000 litres of just seed, 4 metre working width, and I've said it's 5 slots on console, runs at 9 miles per hour, and you can plant wheat, barley, oat, canola, soybeans, oilseed radish, grass and sorghum. Only option really you've got is you can go from standard tyres or wheels to wide tyres, and that is it. So not a huge amount of scope on the configurations. So that is all of those. Next up we've got this, which is the Siloking TrailedLine system, 1000 plus 4535, a bit of a mouthful. This is by ModPassion. It's only 3 slots, which I think is amazing, because yesterday when we had the Giants software mods come out, some of those slot counts were a bit ridiculous. But anyway, so this is absolutely huge, as you can see. I think, yeah, there you go, it's 45,000 litre capacity. This is obviously a food mixer for your TMR. You can do tip side left or right, as you can see. Little conveyor belts there. Again, very nicely detailed. So if you're running a huge cow operation, this will come in very handy. Love the little ladder on the front there and all the hoses. Very smart. So this you'll find again under tools. I think everything's under tools today apart from the last 3. This will be under animals. And so we've got this Siloking in-game one, which is only 22,000 litre capacity. That's 45 grand. This one is a bit pricey, but it's more than double that capacity. 141,000 to buy. You're going to need 240 horsepower to run it, 45,000 litre capacity, and it will take all those items down the bottom there. We've got a few options if we want to, so we can change the wheel brand from Lizard to Trelleborg, Continental, and back to Lizard. No options in Lizard. In Trelleborg we can change from the 480/45 R17s to the 500/50 R17s and then back. And then there's no options in Continental either, it's just what you get. Power takeoff, so that's going to be your PTO at the front. At the minute we're showing yellow, so if we go across that changes to black and then back to yellow, so that's pretty cool. Like that as an option. Then the rim colours, we can change them from grey, chrome or black, and we do have a license plate option if you want to. So that is pretty cool, I like that. Huge capacity. That's the Siloking TrailedLine. I'm not going to say everything, that's by ModPassion. Next up, I went for some funky colours on this. This is a pack, and there is 5 different trailers in this pack. This is Liquid Support by FS22 mods. They all hold the same amount, which is 8,000 litres, and they are all 5 slots. Like I say, there is 5 different versions of it. Again, very nicely detailed. You can have decals on it, we'll go all through that as well. Very cool indeed. So I've only got one out on display, but I chose this one because I'll show you why in a second. So again, in tools, but this is where it gets a little bit complicated. It will tell you on the description in the mod hub where each one is situated in terms of categories. So first of all, we're going to need to go to, it says crop protection on the website, but that is going to be sprayers, because that is where you'll find all your crop protection tools. So for liquid, fertilizer and herbicide. So scroll right to the end, and there we go, we've got this guy. This is the HS8S, 15,000 to buy, and it's just going to hold liquid fertilizer or herbicide. So this is the one we've actually got out, which I'll show you. All the others are pretty much same as in terms of configurations. We'll go through them quick with you, but this one has got one different option. So design, we can have no decals, as you can see, front and back, no decals. Then we can have with decal, which just puts a sticker on the front. And then we can go with decals, which puts one on the front and leaves the one on the back as well. And then we're back to none at all. And this is where this one's different. Capacity, it says standard or it says pallets, and then back to standard. So what does that mean, you ask? If you have it on standard, this just acts as a trailer, so you take it out to your field. You can refill your sprayers from it, but if you go for pallets, it will obviously still hold the liquids the same, but you can unload into pallets, which I will show you because I've got the pallet one out there on show, which is pretty cool. But if you have it in the standard, you cannot unload what is inside it, so you may as well go for the pallets one. Main colour, anything to that on that pallet rather. Rim colour, anything on there as well. That is hideous. And we've got the license plate option if we want to. I'll go through all of them first, and then we'll take a look at the pallet one I've got on display. And the next one is under tools, down to miscellaneous and across. Again, 15,000 to buy. This is the HS8D, and this is going to be a diesel tanker. And as you can see, it's exactly the same. It's all through the decals with front and back, none. Change all the colours, so I won't go through everything. So that is that one. Next up, we've got two in the animal section, which is easy for me. We've got the HS8M, which is for milk. Again, exactly the same look. And then next to it, we've got the HS8W, which is going to be for water. Again, both 15,000 to buy. And then the last one is in slurry tanks, all the way to the end. And this is just going to hold digestate or slurry. It's not a spreader, it's just a tanker. Again, exactly the same options. 15,000 to buy. Like I say, all 5 slots. So let's grab that tractor. And we'll hook up to this funky looking trailer. Be careful how I say that. And then we've got the help window open, obviously. So we can't do anything with L1 and R1 together, but R1 you can see it says unload. If I hit triangle, it pops out a pallet there. We should be able to pop out, move forward a little bit. There we go. So I had 3 pallets in there. You can fill up again from them, as you can see, which is pretty cool. So there, that is the liquid support, technically a pack. It doesn't say pack, but it is, by FS22 mods. Moving on from there, we have got a new pressure washer. This is the high pressure washer Stihl RE581. This is by Blacksheep modding. Again, very cool, very nicely detailed. All the stickers nice and clear. We've got the Stihl logos going on. Pretty cool. What has changed from FS19? So we click on that with L3 like we normally would. If we started running sort of out of range, it would come up with a warning and it wouldn't let you go anymore. Now if we do that, it comes up with a warning like that, and as you can see, the meterage is decreasing. So it's given us a warning, and then when you get to 0, it completely disappears out your hand and it's back over here. As you can see, it does work. Very cool. Very nicely detailed. That was 2 slots. I don't think I said how many slots that was. So very low on the slot count. This one you need to go into your build mode, and we need to go under buildings, across to tools. So the in-game Karcher we've got, that is 2 slots also, but that is 4,500 to buy. If we go right to the end, this Stihl one is only 1,550 to buy. So nice and cheap. gives us a cheap option there. So that's the high pressure washer Stihl RE581 by Blacksheep Modding. Moving on, we've got another workshop, which is pretty cool. This is Vehicle Workshop Ramps by JMZ. This is 6 slots if you're on console. Quite cool having the ramps, obviously you can drive up them. A few little bits and bobs, the jerry cans, toolbox and everything. And as you can see, if we come up, we can click on that. Let's grab the tractor just to see what happens. It's probably a bit too big to go on the ramps, but we pull up probably about there, hopefully. Soon find out if that picks that up. Yes, it does. Now, it's not letting me customize this because I've leased this tractor for the purpose of the video. Obviously, you can do all your customization, whatnot from there. Very cool as well. Can we pick any of these up? No. This one does say on the website, on the mod hub, look, it is found under decoration. Well, you go to in your build mode again. So I went under decoration looking around, but it's not under there. It actually is, bizarrely enough, under sheds. So under buildings, under sheds, all the way to the end. Here it is, 2,000 to buy, so quite cheap as well. So as long as you've got the room, because it is a little bit bigger than the mod we had out the other day, but only 6 slots. So that's the Vehicle Workshop Ramps by JMZ. And the last one is here. As you can see, it's of the Meridian brand. This is Water Tank by Marcus LS Modding Team. 3 slots on console. And it is obviously a water tank, which is pretty cool. I'll show you it first. So again, in build mode, under buildings, across to container, come down. We've got a few Meridian ones in here already, but it's the one at the end, water tank, 250,000 litres it will hold, 46,500 to buy or place down. Now you've got 2 options. You can fill up from here, so a bit much like the silos, some of the silos we've had. If you come up to the spanner, it says refill silo. You click on that, you can fill it right up to its capacity, or if you've already got some water in there, you can top it up to the maximum capacity. So at the minute, to fill this right up, it's going to cost 27,500, but we can go right as low as 1 litre. Interestingly enough, 1 litre, 2 litre and 5 litres is $0, and then 10 litres is 1. It goes up like that. So you've got quite a vast range of literage to put in there. Or if you want to, you can fill up a water trailer like I have here. I just filled this up from the little pond that's over behind the shop there, which doesn't cost anything. So if you've got a body of water on a map, you can fill up for free. And then if we pull up towards this icon, which is for your refilling, but if we pull up around here somewhere, hopefully we should get, there we go. So I can now start overloading. It does unload pretty quick, and once that's unloaded, I'll quickly go back round to the spanner. So there we go. And if I go around to the spanner, that maximum capacity will now have changed, obviously, because we've just tipped in, I think it was 7,300 litres. So that's pretty cool. And then obviously we can fill up now from there because we have some in there. So in the help menu it says start filling. So if I click L3, and this does fill up very rapid if you watch down the bottom right. very, very quick to fill up. So there you go. That is Water Tank by Marcus and LS Modding Team. I think that's it for today. Hopefully we'll get some more. They're coming thick and fast now, which is very good. And that's the end of the video. So I hope you have all enjoyed it and enjoyed some of the mods that are on show. Let us know if you've got any favourites or excited about any of them. There's a few in there that I'm quite looking forward to trying out and using. But if you have all enjoyed the video, please drop us a like, and if you haven't subscribed yet, then please do, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future videos of mine. I've been Farm Sim Snowy. Stay frosty.